I'm Aaron, and I'm going to provide you a quick start guide to playing the Quiet Mining Colony objective. Quiet Mining Colony, or QMC, is a control deck that once flipped allows you to search your force pile each turn and select any one card, enabling you to set up large drains, a strong retrieval package, and find the answers to whatever your opponent may be trying to do to disrupt you. As an added benefit, if you're looking for a deck that is both competitive and cost-effective, QMC is likely the deck for you. You start with your objective, Quiet Mining Colony, which deploys the Bespin system and allows you to deploy an additional Cloud City Battleground site. You want to select Cloud City Guest Quarters. Your starting interrupt computer interface allows you to deploy a location as long as it's a mobile site with a scomp link and has one light side icon. You want to select Cloud City Upper Plaza Corridor. Additionally, you get to deploy two effects. You're selecting Keeping the Empire Out Forever, along with Belden's Eye and All My Urchins combo. Be sure on your first turn before you activate to use Belden's Eye and All My Urchins to select Overseer and Hark Seth as the Starfighter and matching pilot from your hand and or reserve deck, which will ensure that both cards are in your hand before you activate and that you'll be able to deploy them for a reduced cost on turn 1. Your first order of business during your deploy phase is to deploy Hark Seth and Overseer to the Bespin system for 2 force. Next, if possible, you want to look to flip your objective. Keeping the Empire Out Forever allows you to do this by simply occupying the Bespin system, which you've accomplished with Overseer and Hark Seth, and controlling 2 Cloud City sites. So what you're looking to do is to deploy a lone character to 2 different unoccupied Cloud City sites in order to flip the objective. If the dark side hasn't deployed to the guest quarters on turn 1, this can be accomplished by deploying a single character to each of your 2 starting sites. However, the front side of your objective allows you to pull a Cloud City location by using 1 force, and so you can use a force to pull another Cloud City site if needed to flip. Be mindful that you do lose this ability to pull a location once you're flipped, exchanging it for the ability to pull the docking bay for free. So if you have the force available, you want to pull a site other than the docking bay, since you can grab that one for free once flipped, before you deploy 2 characters and flip your objective. Once flipped, you'll want to pull the docking bay and then use Keeping the Empire Out Forever to look through your force pile and select any one card. Against decks that may threaten Hark Seth in space on turn 2, you will want to land the Overseer at the docking bay, disembark Hark Seth, and then use the text on the Upper Plaza Corridor to move Hark Seth there for free. Additionally, you will want to use the Upper Plaza Corridor text to move any characters that you've deployed to other sites to the Upper Plaza Corridor for free. This allows you to hide your characters at a non-battleground location while you prepare to take control of Cloud City. If you cannot flip on turn 1, due to a lack of force or lack of characters, simply use your objective to pull a Cloud City site. It'll need to be the docking bay if you need to hide Hark Seth, but if you think Darkside can't really challenge Hark Seth in space, or you have a trick like Rebel Barrier to protect him, you can leave Hark at Bespin and deploy, ideally, Cloud City West Gallery. Then you draw up and gather the characters you'll need to be able to flip your objective on turn 2. What happens on turn 2 and beyond is really dependent on what your opponent is up to. The strength of QMC is its ability to search your force pile each turn and allows you to locate the cards you need for whatever situation you find yourself in. That can be intimidating when you're new to the deck because you're looking at a bunch of cards and wondering, what am I supposed to take here? And so it's helpful to keep in mind the goal of the deck and what your opponent may be trying to do to stop you. The ideal endgame of QMC involves you occupying Bespin, which satisfies battle order and allows you to deploy and keep Cloud City Celebration running, and then have 5 aliens of different species on the table, which powers up Ancient Watering Hole, giving you a drain bonus, and also activates Figure and Dan in the modal nodes retrieval as well. Being spread out on Cloud City with these aliens allows you to take best advantage of Ancient Watering Hole and the retrieval from Cloud City Celebration. On the ground, you'll want to be able to stack Cloud City North Corridor to utilize its text to cancel a drain at any Cloud City site your opponent may be able to gain control of. Many matchups with QMC come down to whether you will be able to occupy Bespin. If space is being contested, you want to look to do the following as able. You want to be able to find a second ship, and this is typically the wild card or the interrupt local defense, which will locate the wild card for you, or Han Chui and the Falcon. And then you want to be able to limit battle destiny draws in space so that you have staying power. The card you're looking for here is Yoda, Keeper of Peace. In a pinch, I Hate Sand will work for 2 battles, but Yoda is really what you're looking for. And then you can create a forfeit loop in space by assembling the Admiral's Order, I'll Take the Leader, along with Han Chui and the Falcon. With your opponent limited to 1 battle destiny in space, if attacked, you can simply forfeit Han Chui and the Falcon and use I'll Take the Leader to immediately return it from your lost pile to the Cloud City docking bay. Then on your turn, you can take off and fly back up to Bespin. Remember, however, if your opponent controls the docking bay and you return the Han Chui and the Falcon there on their turn, they can initiate another battle against it. With both players limited to a single battle destiny draw in space, your superpower is increasing your battle destiny draw's power. Each smuggler stacked on the wild card increases your total battle destiny by 1. When Ancient Watering Hole is active, you get +1 to your total battle destiny, and if Maz is in space, you get +2 instead, and your opponent receives a -1 modifier for an even larger swing. Cal Fallon Syndros creates situations where you can blank your opponent's battle destiny entirely. And then you're going to want to locate answers to specific questions that your opponent may be asking you. If Maul is cloaking, you can grab Melos. Afraid of starship weapons, grab Ketwalt. Afraid of lateral damage, grab Ellers. Playing against Scum or Shadow Collective, grab Dash and use his text to reduce their power and attrition. Once space is secured, you can then look to have aliens of 5 different species on the table. You can use your force pile pulls to find tricks that keep these characters alive. Alternatives to Fighting protects you in space, and It's a Trap cancels battles on the ground. Rebel Barrier prevents characters and starships from coming down and immediately ruining your day. And Path of Least Resistance allows you to move away when your opponent deploys in front of a lone character. Rescue in the Clouds provides defense against weapons, trample, and force lightning. But in order to play characters, you've got to find them. And Maz is your best engine here, finding aliens and putting them into your hand. Yoxgit's ability to cancel a destiny draw by taking a drawn alien into hand allows you to increase your average battle destiny and find additional aliens as well. And once you have 5 different alien species on the table, you're going to want to find and deploy Ancient Watering Hole to increase all of your force drains on Cloud City. Remember, you can then force drain for 1 at the Upper Plaza Corridor as well. To increase your damage, you can find Lisa Serlin and hide her in space or at the Upper Plaza Corridor and use her text during your control phase, most commonly naming Interrupt, to try to cause additional force loss. When it comes to battles on the ground, the most important site for you is the North Corridor, and your best line to controlling it is with your characters that add battle destiny. These are Lando with Blaster Pistol, Din Djarin, and Ayala Secura. You can deploy Lobot in front of your opponent additionally, and if your opponent battles into you, you can use his text to react by deploying one of these characters from your reserve deck, and if it's Lando, it's free. While all of this is going on, you also want to look to set up your retrieval engine. Cloud City Celebration is a key component of the deck. You want to find it, deploy it, and retrieve away. Figure Dan and the modal nodes also allows you to retrieve on your turn if you have aliens of 5 different species on the table. When firing on all cylinders, QMC drains for 2 at multiple locations while also retrieving 3 or more force a turn. So sleeve up some aliens and take control of Cloud City. May the Force be with you.